1 year ago today, I posted my first video on YouTube with the DadB9 on this very driveway. My name's Ben and welcome to DadCars. But this obviously isn't my Aston Martin. Have I sold it yet? I will reveal all in this video, along with what is likely to be my next DadCar and what does the future hold for the DadCars channel. Because when I started this channel, I committed to 12 months. Set aside some personal savings, 12 months, give it my all, and then take it from there. My dream was a YouTube channel which was focused on automotive content for parents. You know, what would it be like owning incredible, exciting cars with young children? And getting to drive many of the cars that I dreamed of as a child, but getting to drive them with my children has been incredible. Not to mention all of the YouTubers that I genuinely watched for years prior to starting this channel, getting to collab and film videos with them as well. It's all been insane. So after 1 year of DadCars, we've got over 10,500 subscribers, over 750,000 views on YouTube. What do you think of that?
Cool.
Is that cool? And I'll never be able to thank you guys enough, the people who tune in most weeks to watch my videos. Thank you so much. Let me give you a big hug. But the question I get asked by far the most from everybody is, have you decided what is your next DadCar going to be after the Aston? And in this video, I'm going to tell you the 5 cars on the shortlist that will likely replace the Aston Martin. Quick recap why I'm selling. I bought it when I had 3 children. I've now got 4, and I do generally use that car as my daily, and I need the ability to put them all in it, take them to clubs and all the other dad duties. But also as well, running this channel is very expensive and more expensive than what I thought. So I need to free up some cash if I'm going to continue making videos every week. But I've got an idea. A trading down series. DadCars Trading Down Series.
Daddy, you're silly.
So I sell the Aston Martin and then I buy something for £20,000 max, hopefully a little bit less, and then free up some cash, which will enable me to then free up the time to continue focusing on making these videos. Because obviously a whole day of filming a car, I'm not earning any money, and you don't actually make that much from YouTube videos unless you get hundreds of thousands of views. I'll keep that sub 20 grand car for 3 to 6 months, make loads of content on it. What's it actually like for a normal person to own a high performance car with massive maintenance costs? Warts and all stuff. I'll give you full disclosure, full honesty on everything I do, like I did with the DB9. And then after 3 to 6 months, sell that for something which is sub 15 grand, freeing up a little bit more cash to keep me going a little bit longer, then a sub £10,000 car, then a sub £5,000 car. And hopefully the channel will get to a point where it's bringing in enough money just to pay for itself before I'm driving around in a £500 old hatchback. Maybe it's not just the soothing sound and vibrations of a V8 or a V12 that puts my children to sleep. Maybe it's me, me talking, because little Pickles just started nodding off there. So what are the 5 cars, one of which are going to replace the Aston Martin? Well, number 1 is an E39 M5. This was Auto Alex's suggestion.
An E39 would be awesome, because you've got the power, you've got the looks, you've got the prestige.
And I have to agree with him, it's an incredible car. Naturally aspirated V8, 400 brake horsepower, manual gearbox, rear wheel drive, and genuine family practicality. I absolutely loved that car. It would just be a case of if the right one comes up at the right time, because I mean, I can't take on one which has got loads of rot underneath and needs thousands and thousands spent on it, because it will make the whole exercise kind of a bit pointless. I need one which is kind of good to go. Number 2, a Maserati Quattroporte. Now, I loved the early 4.2 Quattroporte that I did. And if I don't get a Quattroporte for the next one, you know, maybe further down the line, you know, even the sub £10,000 mark, you know, I might be able to get a 4.2 come then. But with the next purchase, with sub 20 grand, definitely be able to get a 4.7. But maybe I'm so close. Could I? I really want a GTS. But they tend to be over 20,000. And again, you know, it's a case, same with the E39, you know, I don't want to buy a car that's cheap because it needs thousands spent on it. And the bills rack up with those Maseratis. Now, number 3 for me for a long time had been an E93 M3, convertible, manual gearbox, V8. I've always loved those cars, but as time goes on, I'm thinking more and more that I'd maybe prefer to go for an E60 M6, a V10. Because how cool would it be with the Trading Down series going from a V12 to a V10 to a V8 to a V6? I just think that'd be really cool. And obviously you can get those M6s in convertible form as well. Number 4, sticking with Maserati, I can't help but include it on the list, even though I know it's a terrible idea, is one of the coolest pound for pound dad cars you can buy, Maserati Gran Turismo. Now, the problem is that with sub £20,000, I'm likely going to be stuck with an early 4.2. And having driven a 4.7S, I just don't know if the 4.2 will cut it for me. But this weekend's video is JM on Cars, Maserati Grand Sport, and it knocked my socks off. So a Grand Sport is definitely on the list. Then number 5 is a JM recommendation.
I think you owe it to yourself to try a Jag.
Okay.
An XJ or an XF, because an XJ Super Sports would be a great car, because I know it maybe looks a little obvious, but it's still an unusual car, like full stop.
A Jaguar XJ Super Sport, a 5-litre V8, modern-ish car with loads of creature comforts in it for children, screens in the back. I have to say that that is quite an appealing thing to me. You know, I'd love to check one out. I'd have to go and see one. But yeah, that for me, number 5 is another car that I'm considering. What would you most like to see? Let me know in the comments below, and it really could steer my decision. Honestly, at the time of recording, I don't know which of those 5, 6, 7 cars is going to be the next dad car. I'm leaving it wide open for the right car to come up at the right price. And kind of hoping as well that because of everything going on at the moment, you know, like people are running away from these sorts of cars, aren't they? Old performance cars, big V10s, V8s. You know, it's the last thing that people need right now. Whereas I'm running straight towards them. You know, I feel a massive sense of urgency that I want to experience owning as many of these cars that I dreamt of as a child as possible. So yeah, look, I'm going to take the brave pill with whatever the next car that I buy is, and you know, record it all and show it to you here on the DadCars channel. So even if it all goes wrong, at least some people will benefit and get some entertainment out of it, or maybe learn to not buy the cars that I buy. I don't know. But come on, Ben, where is the DB9? Have you sold it yet? Wow. I had a channel subscriber come and view the car, and he loved it. Very, very excited about it. Looked around it all, drove it, everything. And I said to him, before you make an offer, let me just point out some of the cosmetic issues that annoy me. And then I proceeded to show him sort of several areas that I don't think he had noticed himself. And at that point, he said to me, oh, look, Ben, I want to buy my DB9 and then just enjoy it in the summer and not have to feel like I've got to send it off for like 2 weeks to get some cosmetic work done to it. So completely fair enough. So I basically opted to send it off and get those cosmetic bits done, which is going to cost me a load more money, which on top of all of the other expenses I've had over the last 2 years means that, yeah, owning that Aston Martin DB9 has cost me a hell of a lot of money, and I'm not going to be able to sell it for as much as I even bought it for because of everything that's going on, you know, in the world at the moment. So it's been away with the detailing doctor to get all of that stuff sorted, and he's had it for about 3 weeks now. So I've had loads of people actually contact me and say they want to come view the car, but I haven't been able to do the viewings because the car's been away getting stuff sorted. At the time of recording this, I'm recording this the day before this video goes out, I don't actually have it back yet. And I need the car back because I'm at Petrol Hedonism this weekend in Nebsworth. I don't know if anybody else wants to come to Nebsworth, come and see me, come and see the DadB9. But yeah, fingers crossed, I'm going to be picking up the car tomorrow, and it's going to be looking the best it's probably looked in, you know, the last 10 years maybe. But I'm confident then that because all of the mechanical and operational stuff that I've paid out on that car, all the paperwork that I've got to show it, and with it looking better than it's looked in many, many years, I'm confident, you know, the next person to come along and view it will buy it. So I think the sale is imminent, to be honest. And then I'll be looking to get one of those other cars as quickly as possible within reason. So if anyone out there knows of any of those cars, people who've got them and who actually need to sell them, because I can't buy a car which is, you know, when people put a car up for a price that it was up for last year and they don't need to sell it, and then just kind of just sits there for months and months and months. I can't buy a car like that. I need to buy a car that someone's like, well, no, look, I know it's not a great time to sell, but, you know, I need to sell it and I need to buy a good one. So yeah, if anyone knows of any good cars, yeah, please send me a message on Instagram, DadCars88. And whoever buys the DB9, I hope that they're a really nice person, and because it'd just be nice to know that all of that money that I've spent out is at least a nice person is benefiting from it. Quick side note, out of all of the incredible cars that I've featured on the DadCars channel, Ferraris, Maseratis, Aston Martins, BMW M cars, everything, this rusty old Vito that's not been cleaned in 6 years has got by far the most views. I think it's like over 130,000 now, which is crazy. What's also crazy though, if you're interested in like how much money YouTubers make, is that I calculated it and it would basically work out that I'd need every single one of my videos. If I do one video a week, like going forward, I'd need 4 videos a month that do over 100,000 views in order for it to bring in like an amount of money, which is like the equivalent of like a normal job. Not even a well-paid job, but like a normal job, which obviously just not going to happen. I think maybe I've got to build up the back catalogue. I've got to have hundreds of videos that are also getting watched as well, just to sort of top it up. But God, I really need a sponsor. That's what I really need. Sponsor would help me out massively. But for a completely new channel to be where we are after only 1 year, you know, over 10,000 subscribers, it's incredible. I've obviously got JM on Cars to thank for his friendship, help, support, mentorship, but also Anthony Sports and Touring, the Bearded Explorer, number 27, Auto Alex, Rata Rosso, and there's loads of people that are helping me behind the scenes as well, and it just means the world to me. But the most important thing is you watching this right now. If you're still watching this video now, you know, and you tune into my videos most weeks, like, thank you. It means everything. It really does, you know. And I love meeting you guys when I'm at an event. You know, like this weekend I'm at Petrol Hedonism. If you can come along, or if you're watching this in the future and that event's already been and gone, just follow me on Instagram, DadCars88, and see when I'm going to be at another one. But come over, if you see me, come over and say hi, because speaking to people at Shedfest recently, Auto Alex's Shedfest, and actually seeing these people come over and say, yeah, no, we watch your videos each week, you know, I watch it with my wife, or, you know, my children, we watch it together. Like, I can't explain, but all of the sacrifice, hard work, hours, and just stressing about getting the video out, it really energizes you and makes it all worthwhile. Look, I can't put it into words because it's just not going to sound genuine enough, but just believe me, it means the world. Thank you so much. And I know liking, commenting and sharing and stuff's not always easy, you know, because I mean, I watch YouTube while I'm cooking and stuff, so it's not always easy. Or if you're watching it on the telly, it's not easy to do. But if you can just take a few moments to, you know, engage with this video and comment and like and stuff, it does help, honestly, it does. And despite the fact that things are growing a lot quicker than I ever anticipated, I still feel like we're only getting started, honestly. Now, look, check out one of these videos. This one here will be the Grand Sport video when it's out. But yeah, check out another video. Thank you once again, and I'll see you soon.